Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss the unit 2, that is alkaloids, in which we are going to alkaloids are nothing but secondary metabolites. So we have discussed the biosynthesis of all the secondary metabolites in the unit 1, that is in the shikimic acid pathway, amino acid pathway and acetate pathway. So we will discuss in that pathway few are alkaloidal pathways we have not discussed. We have discussed the amino acid pathways only, but alkaloids are also considered as a secondary metabolites. You know the definition of the secondary metabolites, which are used only to the not for the growth and the development of the plant. It is only used for the defensive mechanism or as a waste exudations, or secondary metabolites have pharmacological significance. Okay, coming to the vinca. Vinca, it is an alkaloid, so which comes under the secondary metabolites. Okay, coming to the synonym. Okay, so pharmacognostic study, we call it what we are discussing now, it is called as the pharmacognostic study completely. Pharmacognostic study contains synonym. We'll start from the synonym. What is synonym? Synonym is nothing but the other botanical name for the vinca. What is the other synonym for the vinca? It is Catharanthus. Catharanthus, as well as the other name is periwinkle. These are the two names for the vinca, Catharanthus and periwinkle. Okay, so the botanical name of the vinca is called as a synonym. Okay, so it can be called as the Catharanthus or periwinkle. Coming to the biological source. What is biological source? Biological source is nothing but three things we are going to discuss in that. That is the botanical name of the plant, and the part of the plant which we are using, and the family of the plant. So coming to the part of the plant, in the vinca we are using the total plant, and which is dried. So it is whole dried plant of Catharanthus roseus. Catharanthus roseus, or other name is vinca roseus. Vinca roseus, belonging to the family Apocynaceae. Okay, so this is the biological source. Only three things are important in the biological source. What is the part of the plant we are using? Here we are using whole plant, whole dried plant of, and coming to the botanical name, Catharanthus roseus or vinca roseus, and coming to the family, it is Apocynaceae. So biological source requires three things: part of the plant, whole dried plant part. Here not we are using, in some plants we'll use only leaf, in some plants we'll use only flower. Okay, but here we are using the whole plant, whole dried plant of Catharanthus roseus. See, Catharanthus is a synonym. Catharanthus roseus is the complete botanical name of the vinca, or vinca roseus. Okay, this is vinca roseus or Catharanthus roseus, belonging to the family Apocynaceae. Okay, so here we finish the biological source. Next, coming to the geographical source is not necessary, and cultivation, collection and preparation for market. This is very important. So cultivation, collection and preparation for the market. So how we are cultivating the vinca, and how we are collecting it, and how we are preparing it for the market. Coming to the cultivation. Okay, So cultivation first. What are the important things in the cultivation? Okay, so one thing is it grows in almost all parts of India. Okay, grows in all parts of the India. Next, for cultivation of the vinca, highly saline and waterlogged soils are not suitable. Okay, highly saline means highly alkaline, that is with pH more than 9 10 like that, and waterlogged soils, that is completely the soils which are filled with water are not suitable. Okay, so then what are suitable? Light sandy soil rich in humus. Light sandy soil with rich in humus. Humus means humidity. Light sandy soil which is not totally sandy, light sandy soil with which is rich in humus is very suitable for the is suitable for the growth of the vinca. And what is the rainfall required? 100 centimeters rainfall is enough for the vinca to grow. 100 centimeters rainfall is enough for the vinca to grow. Next, what are the other conditions required? So coming to the yes, and one more thing, it is a drought resistant plant. Drought resistant. Drought resistant is nothing but it can grow without water also, that is not only less rainfall is required, 100 centimeters, and irrigation facilities are also not required. Drought resistant plant requires very less water to grow, and with low irrigation also grows in low irrigated soils. Okay, so this is the cultivation part. So grows in all parts of the India, that is South India or eastern and northern parts of the India also. It is not suitable. Highly saline and waterlogged soils are not suitable for the growth of the vinca. Light sandy soils rich in humus are suitable. 100 centimeter rainfall is enough for the vinca growth. Drought resistant plant it is, so it even grows in the low irrigated soils. Okay, this is about the cultivation. Next, so we have to discuss cultivation is finished. Next, collection and preparation for market are remaining. Okay, next, collection and preparation for market. So collection, we will discuss collection. So how we are collecting it? Okay, and how we are propagating? Sorry, in collection, in cultivation, few parts are remaining. So cultivation continuation. Cultivation only we are discussing. So for cultivation, some more we need to discuss, that is how the propagation is done. Propagation is done by seeds. Okay, so what is propagation? Propagation is growing. Okay, growing it. So propagation is done by using seeds. And what are the methods? Direct sowing and direct sowing and in nursery beds. Sowing in nursery beds, two methods are there. For direct sowing, what we are doing? For direct sowing, seeds are mixed with 10 parts 10 parts of sand. Okay, seeds plus 10 parts of sand and they are sown at 45 centimeters distance. Okay, seed to seed distance is 45 centimeters. Seeds are mixed with 10 parts of sand and sown at 45 centimeters distance between them. Okay, and after that, when the small plants appear, okay, the trimming is done. Trimming is done when seedlings appear, and again 30 centimeters distance is maintained. Okay, so this is how direct sowing is done. For direct sowing, seeds are mixed with 10 parts of sand, sown at 45 centimeters distance between each seed. And after a few days or a few weeks, the small seedlings appear. Seedling is nothing but small plant. Small plant is called as seedling. Trimming is done when seedling appear, and again 30 centimeters distance is maintained between each plant. Okay, this is direct sowing. And coming to the nursery beds. Okay, in nursery beds, for how we are cultivating. So first, seeds are sown in nursery beds, and they are transplanted to open fields when they attain 6 to 7 centimeters height. Okay, and distance 30 into 45 centimeters is maintained. Okay, this is how we are growing in the nursery beds. Okay, seeds are sown in the nursery beds first. They are then transplanted to the open fields when they attain 6 to 7 centimeters height. So distance same 30 into 45 centimeters is maintained between each plant. That is that in between row to column. Okay, so this is the total cultivation in by direct sowing, cultivation by sowing it in the nursery beds. Okay, so this is the cultivation part. Next, coming to the collection and preparation to the market. Collection and preparation to market. So how we are doing that? Okay, so stems, so whatever the stems are there, so whole plant is required. You can say in the biological source we are using the whole dried plant of the vinca. So each part is nothing is useless in the vinca. Every part of the vinca is useful only. So for this collection and preparation to the market, young stems, okay, stems are cut. Okay, 6 to 7 centimeters stems are cut. Okay, above the ground level. Above the ground level, the 6 to 7 centimeters are cut. Okay, they are next stems, flowers, seeds are air dried. Okay, so they are air dried. Next, coming to the roots, roots are collected by plowing the field. Okay,